Innovate like a pro. Personal and professional development for successful innovation products. Let's talk about it. Let's start first with the explanation of an innovation process and its significance for businesses. It's really important that businesses who want to stay in a market to be innovative. And now we're going to talk about how we can do it and some tips for the process. First, innovation defined. Creating new ideas, products, services, or processes that add value to customers and drive business success. And the importance of innovation is to stay competitive, adapt to market changes, and foster growth and sustainability. This is really important that to really stay on top of everything, on top of your competitors, to always add value to your customers throughout time changes. It's so important that we foster innovation. And there are different stages of innovation for an innovation process. There are 4 stages. Firstly, idea generation. It's to generate and collect potential innovation ideas, just to brainstorm and gather all ideas. Then we will evaluate. We will assess and select promising ideas based on feasibility, market demand, very important, and strategic fit to our company, of course. The third thing we will do is development and testing. Turn selected ideas into tangible prototypes or concepts and testing with target users or stakeholders. Testing is a very crucial step here. We have to gather information from our target groups, from our potential customers if they like it. And lastly, the implementation. Bring successful innovations to the market, integrate them in the company operations. Next up, let me introduce you to methods for identifying innovation opportunities such as design thinking. Design thinking is a human-centered approach to innovation that emphasizes empathy, creativity, and iterative problem solving. But how does this work? There is a method which is called the double diamond method, which I'm going to show you right now. The double diamond method is a framework developed by the Design Council in 2005 to structure and visualize the design process. It is often used in design thinking to develop creative and innovative solutions to complex problems. The model consists of 2 diamonds, each encompassing 2 phases: discover and define, and develop and deliver. These 4 phases are divided into 2 main cycles. The first diamond focuses on the problem, and the second diamond focuses on the solution. Let's look at it. Here you can see a picture about it, and we also have an exercise in the workbook for you here as well. Let's talk about it more in depth. The first diamond is the problem space I told you. Discover part is to open up to gather as much information as possible. Then we define it. We close down to analyze this information and come to a clear problem definition. Afterwards, we have the second diamond, the solution space. Here we develop and deliver. For develop, we open up again to explore various possible solutions, and then we close down again to select and implement the best solution. There are many advantages for the double diamond process. Here I have 4 listed. Firstly, the structured approach provides a clear and traceable structure for the design process. Second of the things, flexibility can be applied to various types of projects and problems. It is very user-centric. It emphasizes understanding and considering users' needs. And lastly, it promotes innovation. It encourages the generation of diverse ideas and solutions. Then we go over the explanation of the steps in planning an innovation project. There's also a very crucial step, and you can think about some things here, and I'm going to show you right now. Firstly, let's define the key steps in planning an innovation project. We have to emphasize clear objectives, effective resource allocation, and the timeline establishment. You can follow those 4 steps. Goal setting. Define the goals and objectives of the innovation project, including the desired outcomes and success criteria. Very important for the beginning, so we know where we are going to work towards. Then we will look at resources. We identify the resources required for the project, such as funding, personnel, equipment, and technology. We have to look about how much money we need, how many people we need, for which departments, how much equipment, technology, licenses, and stuff like that. And lastly, about the time planning. We have to develop a timeline or project schedule outlining the sequences of tasks and milestones to be completed within a specific time frame. And for example, when we want to have a good time planning system, I'm going to show you one later on as well. And I will do that right now about the tools and the techniques for time planning. When it comes to project management, there are numerous excellent tools available to help streamline and organize workflows. Each tool offers unique features tailored to different aspects of project management, such as task tracking, team collaboration, and resource allocation. However, for the purpose of this discussion, I will focus on the Gantt charts and the project management capabilities of Notion. These tools are particularly effective in planning, scheduling, and visualizing project timelines, making them an invaluable asset for efficient project execution. Let's start with a Gantt chart. On the right side, you will see a visual representation of how a Gantt chart can look like. A Gantt charts are visual project management tools used to schedule, track, and manage tasks over time. They provide a clear overview of project progress, dependencies between tasks, and critical milestones. They help identify potential scheduling conflicts, allocate resources efficiently, and prioritize tasks. So you can see here, this is a great tool to help you visualize your project and see what tasks are dependent on what tasks. And so we can see if some tasks are delayed, a whole group of tasks will be delayed later on. So this is very important to have an overview in project management. As I said, there are many excellent project management tools available, each with its unique features and strengths. Some of the most popular project management tools include names like Trello, Asana, Monday.com, Jira, Basecamp, Microsoft Project, and ClickUp, for example. With all these tools are highly effective for managing projects, I have had particularly good experiences with Notion. Therefore, I will briefly describe the key project management features for Notion that make it a valuable tool for project management. So Notion is a versatile project management tool that supports collaboration, organization, and communication within innovation projects. Notion provides flexibility with its database-like structure, allowing users to create custom views, templates, and workflows tailored to their project needs. Teams can use Notion to plan, track, and manage project's progress using features like a Kanban board, calendars, and Gantt charts, as I mentioned before. Notion's integration with other tools and platforms enhances productivity and streamlines workflow management for innovation projects. Lastly, I also want to talk to you about executing an innovation project and overcoming challenges. Executing an innovation project, there are some things we have to consider. Facilitate a discussion on practical aspects of executing an innovation project, focusing on implementing changes and overcoming obstacles. Let's talk about it. Highlight common challenges. Resistance to change can happen. Resource constraints can happen a lot of times. Technical difficulties, unforeseen risks. Usually we say everything takes longer than expected. Encourage sharing of experiences and insights on managing change, fostering collaboration, and addressing obstacles during project execution is very crucial. I also want to show you the MAM test. Maybe you've heard about it. There is also a big exercise in the workbook here as well. But the MAM test is a concept popularized by Rob Fitzpatrick in his book titled the mom test, how to talk to customers, and learn if your business is a good idea when everyone is lying to you. The framework is for gathering unbiased feedback from potential customers to validate business ideas, and originates from the notion that asking close contacts, like your mom, may yield in biased responses, because oftentimes they will just say, yeah, that sounds amazing, sweetie. Main premise is to ask questions that prompt honest and actionable insights, avoiding vague and misleading feedback. Here's a simplified explanation of the principles behind the mom test. It focuses on the behavior, not the opinions. It is here to avoid hypotheticals. It is here to listen more and to talk less, and to look for evidence of real pain. That's very important. And lastly, it is here to iterate and to validate. As I said, there is a big exercise in the workbook with exactly the questions that you don't want to ask the people because you don't get the right results, and also then where the questions where you need to ask the right questions, they're also in the workbook, exactly what you have to ask. And you can play this with a group and that they have to ask each other those questions. Lastly, I want to talk to you about personal skills, because innovators are just human beings, and therefore we just need some personal skills to be really into the innovation process. Firstly, the creativity. Creativity is the ability to generate innovative ideas and solutions. It contributes to finding innovative solutions, so important to be creative. Communication, of course. Effective communication involves articulating thoughts clearly, listening actively, and fostering understanding. Strong communicators excel in public speaking, writing, negotiation, and interpersonal interaction. Lastly, leadership. Leadership involves setting direction, very important for an innovation project or project management in general, empowering others, and leading by example. Effective leadership fosters teamwork, drives organizational success, and cultivates a positive culture, which is very crucial for a project management in innovation projects. Thank you so much for listening, and have a lot of fun working through the workbook.